to Trump. Actually, 3. How's it going, YouTube? Thank you for the heart, me Jules. You're amazing. Make sure to make sure to spam W's in the chat. YouTube, how's it going? Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you have not already. Repost a live if you're in TikTok, share the live, do all the good things. If you're friendly, you're seeing this on your For You page, join up in the guest or join up in the live stream and do all the good things. If you're a MAGA Trump supporter, join up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to have a debate with you, love to have a conversation with you tonight as always. Give me one moment. Okay, we're back. We have some things to go over. I'm not gonna be on for long. My head hurts. I didn't get on yesterday because my head hurt, and I don't really get on Sundays. But I'm just gonna be on for maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. Maybe 2. We'll see. We'll see. It's 6. We'll definitely see. Let me just switch the title. We're gonna edit this real quick, and then we'll get started with the news. That lets people to give a chance to come in here. That gives everyone a chance. We'll get started with the news here. Let's see. MAGA. Okay, cool. Sorry, that was silent. I don't like that. My bad. We're back. Thank you for the heart, Mias. You're amazing. All right, the news of today. We have a couple pieces of news, and I released videos just now on 2 of them. So the first one, Mitch McConnell was found unconscious. This has been reported on a couple of weeks ago, but he was found unconscious June 14th of 2026. He had been missing for weeks, and reportedly was found unconscious. Now there are reports. Specifically, I'm going to be pointing out to the Hill, where the title was "Do Not Use," right? But the Hill and many other journalists were reporting that he could possibly be dead, brain dead, or unconscious. The people of Kentucky, because remember, Mitch McConnell is a senator of Kentucky, don't know the condition of their senator, don't know if he's even alive. There are no reports of his well-being, even though they're saying that he's recovering. There is no evidence of that. There is literally no evidence. Now, could it be the case that they published something in relations to him passing away, being brain dead, still being unconscious? Absolutely. But as of now, they know nothing. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. So I guess stay tuned until the next update. Thank you for the Rockstar, as you're amazing. W's in the chat. The second point, this is news from today, and I'm sure you guys have heard of this. Graham Plattner, the Democratic nominee for Maine, was accused of sexual assault. I got to clarify, Graham Plattner is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. A 41-year-old woman accused Graham Plattner of sexually assaulting her 5 years ago while she was intoxicated. She had reportedly told him to stop, and he did not. After this bombshell reporting, 2 other women came out, according to the New York Times, and said that they were also worried about his sexual relationships. And also accused him of sexual assault. So that is, he has 3 credible allegations against him. Graham Plattner went on X and said any accusation of sexual assault is categorically false, and he will find a way to continue with the campaign. My thoughts? I think that Graham Plattner should drop out. The tattoo, which I think we've talked about on this live stream a few times, should have been a red flag. The Reddit messages should have been a red flag. And many other things should have been a red flag. But now he's been accused of sexual assault. So Graham Plattner, Democratic nominee of Maine, needs to drop out before July 13th. Okay, we can't turn into MAGA. We cannot allow this just because he's a populist. He's gonna make America great and ignore his character. Absolutely not. Now the third point, and a little just kind of relevant, not really. Donald Trump decided to call up the FIFA president and say, hey, overturn the red card of one of our players, Belgium, I think his name is. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. birthright citizen. And FIFA did. Belgium then, I think Belgium or a country in Europe then decided to appeal our appeal, and they lost. So he will be playing Belgium tonight. I think he will or has. And Donald Trump has started controversy because of that. So that is the news that I have for you guys today. Maybe a couple of the pieces of news. I wasn't really paying attention to the news today, but those are the three main pieces of news that we are going to go over about. Let's start with the first guest.
Bro, you're not fucking, bro.
Yeah, bro, how old are you?
Bro, you're not fucking D.
Yeah, bro, you're a child? Guess who was in the ER last night? Thank you for the finger heart. You're amazing. Yo, are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I was actually on here the other night talking about how I'm like a Republican and not a Trump supporter. I'm not sure if you remember me. It was on the 4th of July.
Yeah, I do. What's
Yeah,
up?
there was one point I completely forgot to make about like the bottom 50% not paying tax. Like I completely forgot to mention that like they only provide like 3% of the tax revenue, which is around 67 billion, I think.
Didn't you say you wanted to end income tax for the bottom 50%?
Yeah.
So is this you like pointing it out or like complaining that they're not paying enough?
Pointing it out because I forgot to make a point and I didn't want to make myself seem like all stupid, you know?
Sure, no, you're good. Well, I appreciate you coming up here and clearing that up. You take care.
You too, man.
Thank you for the hand heart, Jules. You're amazing. Can we get some W's in the chat? Thank you for the hat and mustache. I'm half asleep. Thank you for the hat and mustache. Let's see. Thank you for the repost. I appreciate you. One day. Let's see. Oh, Doge shut down last night, by the way. Just want to point that out there. Yeah. Yeah. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. Pull me up. Once I get a debate, I'll pull you up. I like to have the first debate and then let people who want to come up, like friendlies up. Just no one's in the guest box. They're all terrified. They're scared. MAGA, why are you terrified? You're absolutely scared. You guys support the most
no one's in the guest
horrible
box. They're all
president
terrified. They're
ever.
scared.
Why do I support Biden? I don't. Biden isn't running for anything. What are you talking about? Lock in. There's 13 people over on YouTube, and the YouTube live just started. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you have not already. Click on the notification all whenever you do as well. I appreciate you guys for being here. Say what's up. I'm going to start a poll as well. It's just going to be a do you support Trump? We do this every single day. The poll has started. Go vote in the poll if you'd like. Yeah, you love Biden and Trump. Definitely not Trump. Yeah, are you a Trump supporter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. How old are you?
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to join.
You're good. You're good. What's up, Ovo? What's up, Trisk? Andrew says, have you Googled what Epstein said about Trump? He said Trump is the worst person he's ever met. Crazy that a child rapist says that Trump is the worst president he's ever met. Oof. Alrighty, how we doing today? 65 people. That number jumped like a motherfucker, and there's still no one that wants to debate me. I thought there was like still like 16 people in here. Make sure you guys are double tapping that phone screen. So the thing about this, TikTok decides to not push me out after we reach 1,000 followers because of the lack of interaction in the live streams. Okay, there's 75 people in here. No one in the guest box, by the way. Guest box is empty. So if you are one of the 75 people in here and you are friendly, I want you to double tap the phone screen for the next 30 seconds and try to get us to 7.6 thousand likes. And as soon as we get the first Trump supporter, we will let them up here. Our goal is going to be 7,000, whoa. I keep on saying 6.7, 7.6 thousand likes. Did I say 7.6 or 6.7? I don't remember. Either one works. Let's see. You hate Trump with a passion? Based. Base. Also, I need to change my gift goals so that we actually do the gift goal. Hold on. Oh, I can't do that here. How are we doing, y'all? How was the weekend? How was the weekend? Our goal is 10 heart me's. I'm tired, Grandpa. Base. How's it going, eSport Trump?
Hello?
Hello, eSport Trump.
Yes.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 18.
When's your birth year?
2007.
Are you driving?
I am in the car.
Are you the one behind the wheel?
No.
Alright, why do you support Trump?
Because he's the greatest fucking thing to ever happen to America ever.
You're trolling?
I'm not, I swear I'm not trolling, dog. I promise you I'm not trolling.
Okay, you think a rapist is the best thing to happen to America? You have pretty low bars.
How is he a rapist? Tell me. How is he a
He
rapist?
was held liable of forcibly penetrating the aging girl's vagina
Is
with his
civilly
fingers.
liable criminally? Hold on. Is civilly liable? Is that criminally liable? Or is that just civil?
No. Civil liable is civil
If I wanted
liable.
to, at 15 minutes from now, I could find you civilly liable for anything I fucking wanted to, dog. And that's a promise.
No, you
I
couldn't.
could. I promise you I could. Civilly liable is a joke, bro. That's a joke.
It's not.
It's a
So
joke.
you're saying it wasn't criminal liability? Okay, what's the reasonable doubt within the case? Because in order for it to be a criminal court case, it has to be beyond a reasonable
Because
doubt.
she
You're making
waited.
a claim it
She
wouldn't be a
waited.
criminal
She
court
waited.
case.
She waited. She waited over 10 years to say anything.
Okay, most victims don't even come out. Therefore, those victims didn't get raped in accordance with your
How
view,
many
right?
victims? What victims do you know that told you that? Who told you that?
Most victims don't come forward.
How do you know? Do you know most victims?
Statistics.
What statistics? Pull it up right now, unless you pussy.
Rain.org.
Rain.org.
Yes.
Pull it up right
Not
now.
only will you find the victims that are they're less likely to come out because of people like you. You also find that 90%
me?
of the men aren't held accountable. Yes, people like you who support a rapist and who thinks he's the best thing that ever
Bro,
happened
you're a
to
liberal.
America.
You're a liberal. You're a rapist, bro. You're a liberal.
You're
You
saying
literally
that
like kids, bro.
like that's a bad thing? I'm a liberal.
Yes, you're a
Absolutely.
liberal.
I'm a
You like
progressive
kids.
liberal.
You're a liberal. You're a liberal. You like kids, bro. You want
Says
sex
the one
change for kids.
who
bro. You're a liberal.
says
You
the one who
murder
supports
babies,
the
bro.
president.
Says the one who murders babies, bro. You literally murder babies.
Yeah, bro. Sure, bro. You think I murder babies? Why is that? Yo, you just got annihilated by. Whoa, buddy, you're gonna have to retry that. You got some MAGA mobile over there. Do you got the Trump phone?
No, I haven't. No, I don't. I wish, but I was on
try
the waiting
again.
list. They didn't send it to me.
Of course, you wish to give $100.
I
Yeah,
said,
go
'cause
ahead, say it
support-
again.
You support abortion, bro. You're a murderer.
Oh, I love
You
abortion.
support abortion.
For a rapist.
It is murder.
I'd rather support abortion than support a rapist.
And I said it. And then I said he's not a rapist, though. That's not a fucking pivot, dumbass. I said he's not a rapist.
You're
You
denying
fucking stupid.
reality
Let's
then,
go to the
because he was
next
held
one.
liable of the forceful penetration of a woman's vagina.
I could find, homie, I could find you liable of flying a plane to the moon in 15 minutes, you dumb bitch. Shut up.
No, you couldn't. You can't fly planes.
Yes,
to the
I
moon.
could. Yes, I could. I could find you liable of having 6 arms. All right? That's a joke. in the most liberal city in the fucking
Yeah, bro.
world.
The jury wasn't liberal. You want to know why?
Found in my
Yeah, bro. The jury wasn't
No,
liberal. You
I
want to
don't
know
wanna know,
why?
'cause I don't
Because
care.
someone, yeah, because you're gonna deny reality. Someone on the jury was pro-Trump.
No, I don't want to know
And
because I
E.
don't
Jean
care.
Carroll's attorneys argued that they should kick him out because he was pro-Trump.
Is that
but
someone?
Donald Trump's
is
attorney
that someone
argued
on
that
the
no,
jury
that's
or
not a
the
reason to
whole
kick them off the
jury?
jury. He was found unanimous by a jury of 9, 12. Oopsies, I'm fumbling. 12. So yes, he literally had to say Donald Trump raped her. A Republican, a pro-MAGA Republican, said
You lagging, bit.
that Donald Trump committed the act of rape.
You lagging, bit. Restart the stream. You lagging.
You're
bit.
lagging. I'm not. I promise you're. I promise.
No,
I'm not
you're lagging, pussy. Don't talk back to me, boy. Fuck you. You're liberal. You hate America, bro.
Yeah, bro. I hate
Now,
America and I
have a
love
question,
abortion. I said it can't be. It can't be a liberal bias because all jurors within the jury vote or unanimously agreed that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll. One of them being a MAGA Republican. A MAGA Republican found Donald Trump liable of the forceful penetration of a woman's vagina.
Did you personally know him?
No, this is according to reports.
Okay,
AP
okay,
News and Politico.
so you're pulling this out of your ass. How did you? He could have been just a Democrat hiding, bro. He could have been faking.
Did you know Hitler?
Yes.
You knew Hitler.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, bro, you're trolling. Get out of here. Moving on to the next guest. Dems voted for Plattner with a Nazi tattoo. I already called for him to drop out. If you literally scrolled back into the live stream on YouTube. Keep telling the truth, Jared. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Do you call it these grape defenders? Literally. There's no one in the guest box anymore. There's only 20 people. Okay, no one. Why is TikTok not pushing me out? Or I guess we're gonna just wait for the next guest.
I can
You
do the
a Trump
dance.
supporter?
No, but I can do the dance with the pants.
Aye, bro. So true. So true. Get treatment for your TDS. I don't have Trump devotion syndrome. Why would I have Trump devotion syndrome? Niche reference. I didn't have the couple that were obviously under 18 based. I don't want to hit a restart already. What the fuck is Dance with the Pants? Bro, it's niche. It's been 20 minutes. We'll wait 10 minutes. And if I don't get any push or if I don't get people up here, I'll restart. Yo, Lo, are you a Trump supporter? Yeah, bro, you're weird. Quote unquote, you look like Hitler, that's for sure. Yeah, act like him. It says John CAPO-G9C. Okay, bro. Sure. Whatever. John needs glasses and earrings. He wasn't convicted of that. He was held liable for that. I had someone in my Sedona says Netanyahu's a devil, and that's facts. Someone else says Netanyahu defends his people. Who should run for Dems? AOC, Rokana. If James Tallarico loses, James Tallarico, but if he wins, no. If he wins a Senate seat, we cannot give that up. Nope. If he wins his Senate seat, he can't even consider running for president. If he loses, sure. Pete Buttigieg, that's another good one. Harris, I know Harris is polling on all of the polling highest on all polls. I think it's Harris, AOC, Pete Buttigieg, and Gavin Newsom for fourth, I think. The last two are interchangeable, though. I think Harris and AOC are polling the highest. Never Trumper, W. WWW. If you're ever on YouTube, make sure to go vote in the poll. If you're ever on YouTube, say what's up in the comment section. I'd love to say what's up to some of you guys. We're live, obviously. You guys are just getting the screen recording of the live stream. But we are live on TikTok and YouTube. So YouTube, say what's up in the comment section, as well as on TikTok. I'd love to say what's up to a few of you. Yeah, bro, you're gonna get annihilated. You're gonna get aborted and deported. Damn, bro. Drink some water. The judge in the E. Jean Carroll case called Trump a rapist in his closing remarks. Yes, that is true. The judge did clarify that it was rape. 23 people watching, so true. Why'd you drop me? Afraid to debate? Sure, bro. Sure, bro. People just believe what they want, quote unquote. I'm bored. East, we're back. We're so back. We're back. We're back. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Ugh, the heart me's. Hold on. We'll do this. And we'll do 20. We'll do 20. And then we'll also do 10 heart me's, yes. There we go. Hello? Why does it say hello? Thank you, Izzy, for the roses. You're amazing. I have to restart it, and it takes me a long time to restart it. Thank you for the heart. Ugh, now I have to restart it. Oh no. Oh god. Hold on. There we go. Dude, long time no see. I don't know who you are. Oh, my gallery. You guys were doing my gallery. I don't even know how any of this shit works. I'm not gonna lie. How do I change the gift? Bro, how do I do the gift goal again? What the fuck? Um okay, I give up. I don't know how to do it. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to have a debate with you. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And as always, really looking for some debates. How do I do the gift? Oh, there we go. No, I don't want to change the gift goal. I want to renew it. What are we doing? Sorry, YouTube is probably wondering what I'm doing. Sorry, YouTube. That's not what I wanted, but it's whatever. TikTok, you gotta do better. Everyone's scared. Everyone's terrified. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. Izzy, thank you so much. You're amazing. Is there a lot of people? Damn, there's a lot of people live. Yo, that's probably why I'm not getting pushed. There's a shit ton of people live. Hold on, how many people are there? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people. Yo, 3-1 is diabolical. Oh, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's insane. 3-1 is crazy. Yo, we're getting obliterated. Can you make up your second account? I can, but I pretty much have the same. What's it called? The same. I don't have push on this one because I haven't used it. 3-1. I listen. I know nothing about soccer. Nothing about it. But I think that's bad. I think we can all agree 3-1 is bad. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Moving on to the first guest of the restart. How's it going? Do you support Trump?
I do support the Conservative Party, and that includes Trump.
How old are you?
So, I'm 22 years old.
Okay, why do you support Trump?
Well, the reason I would refuse to vote liberal and continuously vote conservative would be typically we see conservatives not subscribe to the delusion that men can be women, you know? And that's a big driving factor for why I put my nice outfit on and went to go vote in the last election. Besides that, I do believe conservatives believe in traditions and upholding traditions. And I think that liberals, nothing is good enough for them, so they continue to push things until it breaks the system.
Okay, you said men can be women. I don't think men can be women. No one does.
No, they
No one
can't.
thinks-
They can't.
Yeah, no one thinks that.
Oh, but except for your party does.
No, they don't.
Yeah. I mean,
Promise you they don't.
just the fact that the liberals named Kris Jenner Woman of the Year, I think that's pretty insulting to my biological sex.
Okay, well, you're talking about sex or gender, right? Because women can't be men and men can't be women. Right,
Oh,
we do believe trans women are women and trans men are men, absolutely.
Oh, so can you define what a trans woman is?
A trans woman is I know the exact wording of it. I can't think of it right now, but a trans woman is just someone who wasn't wasn't assigned female at birth, but identifies as a woman. Right, a cis woman would be not be cis means just not trans.
So can a white woman identify as a black woman, and that's just socially acceptable?
Phenotypical characteristics.
Oh, so if you want to talk about phenotypical characteristics in the intersex community, so only 2% of the intersex
I didn't even
community.
bring up intersex people.
Yes, but again, to have phenotypical characteristics to be transitioning to something else, you'd have to have intersex qualities.
No.
So, what do you mean no?
What are you What?
So there's 3 things that we identify ourselves with: our age, our race, and our gender/sex. I don't believe you can change all 3 of those things. I don't think you can change any of those things personally. But if you do want to bring up
change, I don't think you can like quote unquote change your age, race, sex, or gender. Like what? If you're talking about gender identity, I think absolutely trans women are women and trans men are men. Absolutely.
So if I could continue, you said that a white woman could not be a black woman because if they don't have the phenotypical characteristics. So what is a phenotypical characteristic that a trans woman should have to be a woman?
There is no phenotypical characteristics because gender is a social construct. It's not reliant upon phenotypical characteristics.
So race is a social construct too.
But it is reliant upon phenotypical characteristics.
So again, only 2% of the trans community is intersex. And
Why are you? I'm not even bringing up
intersex.
intersex. You can't just argue. I think trans women are women. Why do you disagree?
Yes, because they don't have what you would call a vagina, and when they do get these so-called gender-affirming surgeries, it doesn't result in a vagina. It results in an open wound cavity you have to dilate every so often. That is 100% infected all the time, and it smells like a rotting dead carcass.
So now you're just going after vaginoplasties that cis women have as well? Wow.
I mean, cis women do not remove their penises and make a gaping open wound in their body.
Similar, if anything, the same flesh. You do realize that penises are large clitorises. So,
I mean, Izzy just came up here straight interrupting me, but it's cool.
Yeah, because you're saying fucked up shit. Very mean shit. That is not accurate at all.
Factual shit is mean. No, I mean, I'm sorry if facts are mean or offend you.
And that's the disgusting part about it. It's bigotry. It's not true at all. It's just your feelings on other people's bodies.
It's bigotry until Leah Thomas scores 5th place in the NCAA women's swimming tournament.
Cry about it.
Like, I'm so sorry. But it's still taking a woman's spot. It's taking a woman's spot. It's taking a woman's spot. I don't care.
She is not a good swimmer.
Leah Thomas scored 500th in the men's division.
When did Riley Gaines win?
You're not going to tell me that's fair.
Riley Gaines never won.
That's not fair.
Even against cis women.
Keep talking over me, misogynist. Anyway,
it's not misogynistic.
It is very misogynistic. It's completely. That's all it is.
It's not. I promise you.
Yes, you're silencing a woman. That's what you're doing in the middle of my turn.
I'm silencing bigotry.
It was my turn to speak. I don't interrupt you, and yet you're interrupting me.
If you want your turn to speak,
it's male privilege, and it's kind of disgusting. No, you're the bigot in the situation right now.
I have privilege, absolutely.
Okay, so
when did I deny that?
So the difference between a woman and a trans woman is going to be that a woman has never experienced male privilege or had the opportunity to have it. So there is going to be an underlying difference in every way. And again, Leah Thomas scored almost 500th in the men's division. So why is she scoring 5th in the women's? It's because women, believe it or not, are biologically weaker than men. Like if when we don't wake up and acknowledge this, it creates a very sort of, socialist ideology, and we'll end up being controlled by our government.
You're the one with an ideology. The scientific consensus.
Sorry, I don't believe in it.
I don't understand what you're exactly saying here. Right? Trans women are women via a scientific consensus. Your feelings are void. The difference between a cis woman and a trans woman is that a cis woman has their gender identity aligned with the sex assigned at birth. A trans woman is someone who has a gender identity that does not align with their sex assigned at birth. Like that's the difference between cis people and trans people. It's still nothing.
So when you ask the rest of the community though to subscribe to your gender dysphoria, it's not fair, and it results in a very violent and aggressive, tone deaf conversation between people who disagree.
Cis people can have gender dysphoria as well. Being trans is not the same thing as having gender dysphoria. The two things are not the same thing. Being trans is having, again, a gender identity that does not align with your sex assigned at birth. That's a gender incongruence. Gender dysphoria is having a gender identity that does not align with your sex assigned at birth, and you suffer from distress from that. Those are the two differences between being trans and gender dysphoria. You don't have to suffer in order to be yourself.
Okay, so maybe I have it in me to call trans women women. Maybe we agree, but nothing in me is ever going to say that a trans woman should be in women's sports, women's locker rooms, DV shelters for women, in women's bathrooms, or in women's prisons. And the reason behind the last one is because there's been 45 cases of unwanted rape resulting in pregnancy in the United States from trans women in the women's prison.
Can I ask at least one question just to kind of litmus test that? would you be okay with in that circumstance having trans women have their own separate space and not shoving them into men's prisons?
I do hear this, and I sympathize that maybe that is a need. But again, I do always bring up, who do you think is going to fund that? And the reason, women protested and wanted to get the right to even have their own bathroom and have their own sports and have their own space to play sports. I mean, they had to do a lot of funding,
I guess
fundraising.
I was more so asking that just in terms of prisons. We can go after, like, because you just brought up like three or four different situations there. There's also the bathrooms, there's DV shelters, and then what was the other one was sports. Um, in terms of sports, again, with all this talk of trans women dominating sports, the years that it's gone on, we're still using the same exact cases. There's not been one sport that has been outright dominated since they were allowed in the Olympics since 2003. But I feel as though maybe if you are more informed, like I'm not saying that you're not, but like in cases of you need to be on HRT for 2 to 3 years and you need to pass a hormone test. Like we can agree that males typically in general have a physical advantage over females, but the effects of HRT has been shown to take away that advantage. But I'll say for the most part, because again, in sports, physical advantages are just inherent to the game, kind of. I'm not
Not as
technically
existential as being a man, though. I mean, yes, there's been plenty of physical, advantages, maybe height, strength, but it never has been facing up against a man. And
right.
in the new age, we see it is facing up against men. And I don't care if you say that fifth place is pretty low or fifth place is just one person in fifth place. You're still taking that spot away from another woman who's probably trained her entire life for this moment. And I don't appreciate the disrespect towards that at all.
That's not disrespectful because the person that is on that team, whether you want to see it or not, is a woman. And that was like four cis women beat her. She lost.
And that's
Like I
not it's
don't.
not helping your case. That
It
isn't.
is
What
because
you're
It's
saying?
you are
You're
the
not.
one
saying that
that.
you're saying it's bad that a woman got fifth place.
No, I'm saying it's bad that you're using that as an excuse as why this is okay. It's
Well,
not
this one
okay
What
in
is
any
okay?
form.
A
It's
woman
not.
got fifth place. What's wrong with that?
A trans woman got fifth place in a
Woman.
women's swimming
Yeah, a
tournament.
woman got fifth place in a women's swimming contest. What's wrong with
The
that?
NCAA that people train for their lives to be in
What's
this.
wrong with
And
a
what's
woman
wrong
getting
with
fifth
that is,
place?
I told you this before, is that women had to fight for the right to even play sports because nobody really, nobody engages in women's sports the way they do
And
with
guess
men's
whose
sports.
rights to play
Oh,
in sports right now is
okay.
being
So he's
attacked.
gonna keep interrupting me.
You're just saying nonsense. You're genuinely spewing nonsense. If
At
this is
least
a
I don't
reason,
interrupt you.
if this is a reason why you support Trump, he's done nothing
I
for
came
this.
into this live saying the reason I will never vote liberal, and if I do vote, it's going to be conservative. This is one of my biggest reasons.
Yeah, you'd rather vote for a rapist than a trans
Sorry, but
woman.
can I say something?
Again, he's not
I'm saying,
convicted,
can I
not a
say something?
convicted rapist.
I'm saying
Go ahead, Izzy.
the right has consistently, throughout our times, throughout the few past decades, 50 to 60, has always found a scapegoat. They've always found a minority to target in order to get votes. All right. So when gay marriage was legalized, they realized the fear mongering tactics toward gay people wouldn't work anymore. So they turned their sights to us. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. You've been fear mongers because of the propaganda they've given you
I
about
think the
convincing
fear
you as to
mongering
how
started with HIV, and I personally have nothing against gay marriage, nothing against gay or lesbian. I don't think that has anything to do with your political stance, but I have never met a transgender conservative. I'm
they do
sorry, but
exist.
I'm waiting for the day. I have never met
They do
one.
exist. But regardless, my
They
point is
exist.
you are feeding into the fear mongering that they are giving you. That is as simple as the reality of the situation. And I'm sorry that they've gotten you so afraid of people like me for whatever reason.
I mean,
But
I
it's
do
not the
have my
reality.
own personal reasons, as when I was a little girl, I was recorded in the bathroom by a
That's
fake
horrible.
trans woman. And I think the more that we accept that everyone can say, well, we're just going to subscribe to everybody's identification instead of background checking them, I don't think that's fair
You want
to
background
women
checks for
That's
and
why.
bathrooms?
girls.
That's why. That's why.
I just don't think that people should be allowed to change their license or allowed to get these surgeries or even, act this sort of way without saying this person isn't actively trying to harm women.
Two things. Two things. I'm sorry if you went through that, but ever since I was younger, I was always taught of this thing that just because one person of a certain group does something does not take into account the rest. All right.
It's a
So
big percentage.
I think that's
There's women who are
that's
being harmed all over the
a fair point.
country. I mean, look up Tish Hyman, look up the Karen Reed case. She went to the gynecologist and demanded that this gynecologist just see her and be her doctor. And the gynecologist said, "I'm sorry, I don't know what to do for you." And she assaulted this gynecologist. They went to court, and the court ultimately ruled that a trans woman could never have a vagina. It's an open wound cavity. I'm
I
sorry, but
don't believe that's the case, if I'm being real. I'll look into it. You can send me that. But again, we are using one off in order to make a statement on an entire population, which is never a good thing. And it falls in line with the fear mongering that you are putting onto this population, despite the fact you probably have rarely talked to them. Second thing is, you mentioned earlier that a trans woman took photos of you in a bathroom when you were younger. I believe it was in Texas. They had started a tip line encouraging people to take photos of women in bathrooms that were suspected of being trans. This is the number one thing. When it comes to the issue of the bathrooms that I have found, I don't even use the women's bathrooms, I use the men's, I'll be real. But the issue that I have found is that as soon as we start pushing this stigma of being afraid of trans women in restrooms, it's only going to hurt masculine cis women. If you have too strong of a jawline, then now you're going to be transvestic.
it already is hurting masculine cis women. Just the fact I hear them saying, I see plenty of them come up on TikTok lives and argue. People ask me all the time what my gender is, and do you know why? It's because we become so woke that people think it's okay to ask what your pronouns are, and it's not okay. I don't think that's fair. I think a lot of people should be offended by that.
Do you not
Why do
like
you think
pronouns?
when you look at me, you cannot tell what gender I am?
Hold on. Do you not like
You're
pronouns?
saying, but again, you're
Hold on.
saying
Just
you're
real quick,
saying
real
it's
quick, real
harm.
quick, real quick. You
Wow.
find it? Hold on. Just real quick. You find it offensive if someone asks your pronouns.
I mean, I've heard multiple
What are your
personal.
pronouns for
Can I
TikTok stream?
finish?
What are your
Can I
pronouns?
finish? Ever
Just
am
what are
I
your
allowed to
pronouns?
finish? Will I ever be
Yeah.
allowed
Once you
to
tell me your
finish?
pronouns, feel free to do so.
Yeah, she, her.
Perfect. Finish. Go ahead.
I'm personally, I don't, I find myself confident that I am very feminine looking. I feel confident in my femininity. I have never been asked this question in real life, only on a TikTok live. But when you say this hurts the more masculine cis women, I totally agree. I see tomboys, women that typically don't describe themselves as feminine. They do say in these transgender lives that they are asked this question all the time, and it's because of wokeness. It's
I'm
because of the
talking
left,
about them being.
and I think it hurts people. Honestly,
I'm talking about them being harassed for the thought of being trans and ripped out of bathrooms and attacked because these people are thought to be trans. What this does is make it so that any cis woman that has too masculine of a feature has to be worried going into bathrooms because you're afraid of trans people. Now, to your pronoun point, the way that I see it is honestly, if someone comes up to you and asks what your pronouns are, they aren't boiling you down to your external shape. They're looking you in the eyes and genuinely wanting to know who are you. Alright? So if you want to be boiled down to your body and want to just expect everyone to immediately know, it's a little bit egotistical because you fit into the norm, which is fine. But at the end of the day, if someone asks you that, especially on these TikTok lives, it's to show a sign of respect. And I would prefer if people ask my pronouns of fucking course, but I don't exactly get why showing a sign of respect to trans people is literally the end of the world to you people. It does
Well,
not make sense.
it's not that it's the end of the world. It's just I think you're right. It's very hurtful for the masculine woman, and I do think you're just overlooking the point that asking somebody what their pronouns are just without even knowing if they're queer or not. I mean, it can hurt some people. Like you're literally messing with their own gender. For what? For your own satisfaction of knowing what their sex is? You can't call them by their name. How about what is your name? You know? And no, if I could continue, I also kind of feel a little weird that you feel so comfortable describing women as masculine because if I were to describe a trans woman as masculine, you would be hurt. And I have before and it has hurt people. So what's the difference here?
My point is the masculine traits that are on a person. We all have a mixture of femininity and masculinity that is presented within our unique composition. Now, people are going to come out the womb having more masculine traits to an external being. That's just the reality of the situation. Not to discredit or to be mean, but that's just the reality. My issue is now I'm afraid we're going to get down to the point of it being too strong of a jawline is not supposed to be on a woman, and then they will be attacked for that in thoughts of being trans. That is my main issue, and it demonizes masculine women. That's what from my point of view, this anti-trans ideology is going to make people so afraid of trans people that they're going to transvestigate and look around, and masculine cis women are going to be pointed out, harassed, and it's going to be an enforcement that they have to be feminine. That's my fear of this.
It's just the fact that you know that there are masculine cis women. Like, do you just go around assuming every masculine cis woman could be a man? It's like,
no.
so then why would there be an
completely
issue? How would we not be able to tell those are still women? You're saying it like I would look at a masculine cis woman and say that could be a man. It's very off. I wouldn't do that personally. I think that's something you would do and you're deflecting it onto me.
Not the slightest. That is what transphobic people do. That they are so afraid of trans people that anyone that fits outside of the typical will not care what the person says and will boil them down to the masculine traits on them and say you are trans and harass them in the bathroom and throw them out. Like that
I
is
don't
the
think
reality.
that comes from biological women. I do hear a lot of times, though, when we bring up that a lot of these trans women, it's very obvious when we first even look at them without them even speaking yet that they are biologically male. And then when they rebuttal, and we'll say maybe we see a little bit of your beard, and they'll rebuttal with what about PCOS women? What about them? What about them? Or when we say a man cannot reproduce, a man cannot get pregnant, a man cannot carry a child to term, and they say, why are you demeaning women down to just childbearing? You're deflecting, is what you're doing.
Because typically are those things that you say are the reasons why they can't be women. That's typically the reason of the rhetoric as to why that would be said, is that trans women cannot be women because they can't give birth, implying that giving birth is a requirement to being a woman.
No one said it was a requirement, but it's definitely not something a man can do ever in any scenario.
Okay, a trans man can, born female, yeah, men can give birth, trans men can. So I don't get what that point was.
Not a biological man, and when we look past science, it's kind of diluted.
You look past science. What do you mean? The scientific consensus is that trans identities are valid. That is why I started this conversation off.
But a trans man is not a biological man. Can we at least agree on that?
No,
You're
because
conflating
biological
between male and
means
a man.
no. My issue here is biological means a living organism. We are a living organism, so we are in fact biological. All right, but I understand what you mean. You mean a cis man, like at least to the degree of a trans man is not the same as a cis man. That was again back from the beginning. So again, a trans woman can never give birth. We can agree on that. But that has no bearing over whether or not she is a woman.
It has bearing over whether or not she's a biological female, and she's
That
not.
doesn't, well, sex doesn't equal gender, so we don't really even care. Like, sex is not, you do not need to be male or female to be man or a woman. These are
But
gender
I
identity.
believe you need to be female to be in the female's locker room, the female's bathroom, the female's DV shelter, to be awarded female of the year. I don't believe that females should face the threat of someone whose bone density is 3 times my size in a competitive sport. I
So,
don't I don't think
right
that's
there,
fair.
there's the stigmatization of implying that we are for them. So again, thank you for just reinforcing that you're believing that out of fear mongering. Like that, like
Okay.
I understand that
It
we
might not be fearful to men that trans men are in their spaces, but there's a reason it's fearful for women. I mean, you can't just sit here and not say that male privilege isn't a thing. That, we just got the right to divorce our husbands in the 1970s. Like, this is delayed. Our rights were delayed compared to biological
because
male rights.
out of either party, the right is the one that would be going after those rights. Out
Hmm.
of either
True,
side,
you
the
did
right
come up
would
here
be
and
the
say you would
first
vote
one to.
conservative
Okay, but
I
I
because
would.
never.
of these characteristics, but now you're saying that women having rights has been delayed. I would argue if one minority doesn't have rights, no one does. That's what I would argue.
Yeah.
Right.
Um, so
That's
again, I would like to hear more about how you think that the Conservative Party is the reason women couldn't divorce until the 1970s, because there was plenty of liberal or Democrat presidents before then that
Not
could have
liberal.
reversed it, and they didn't. So I think that when we skip past that, the male presidents of the United States haven't granted us the right to even divorce our abusive husbands to the 1970s is definitely a shocker. It's like a shocker that you think that male privilege doesn't exist.
I never once said that. I never once said that. And I can agree that this entire country has been extremely sexist. I'm pretty sure it's only been within the last 50 or 100 years that like women had the right to own their own bank accounts. I am more so in understanding that we are living within a patriarchy. I'd much rather have a matriarchy personally.
Right.
I don't get, so I never get like, I'm, in terms of women's rights, I think it should be implied, but I'm on your side in these instances. And the Conservative Party is the one that wants, like, an example of this is, I believe, I don't have the exact terminology, but I believe it was like half a year ago that in colleges, there were female-led or dominated fields where they go into college, get these degrees, and like I believe it was like things like nursing is an example of it, or therapy or whatever, and they basically like they defunded or did not prioritize these specific fields that women would go into in order to make lives for themselves independently. That's what this administration did, was actively go into college and defund certain things to make it harder for women to be independent. Um, like so that's one example. Another one I have, which
I'd love to see it. I mean, I pay out of pocket for my college, and I'm pretty independent myself. I have qualified for zero government aid. I live alone. I'm single. I have my own apartment. I'm 22 years old, and I don't get my classes paid for. I graduated with straight A's in high school.
but
I'd love to see where someone is helping me with my independence.
well, I feel as though, especially in the upcoming future, we're all going to need a lot of help, especially with the way the economy is going. I'm gonna be real with you. So I mean that's one thing, but my point is is that it was an action to go specifically after women by the right. That was the point. And I just, especially with even within their rhetoric of like, I mean, maybe, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you agree with this or not, I guess, but like their attacks on abortions,
I
like,
don't believe
like
in
that.
abortion. I think it's giving the entire male population an excuse to leave the family behind. I mean,
No,
Hey, bro,
no,
weren't you
no,
I
just
I
talking
don't.
was,
about like women having rights? What happened to like the right to bodily autonomy of women?
Yeah, like
I
that,
mean,
you're worried about.
can I continue? When we teach women that having sex has no consequences, I definitely don't think that's their right to bodily autonomy. I think that's destroying their right to bodily autonomy. I
You
mean,
think engaging in sex means that women give up their right to bodily autonomy? That's a
well,
crazy take.
excuse me, I think it can absolutely result in pregnancy if you're not using the
The
correct
same way as
precautions.
me driving could result in me getting into a car crash doesn't mean I get I revoke the right to bodily autonomy or revoke the right to getting to health
Now,
care or
if you
revoke
could
the
let
right to
me,
drive.
so
Same as
if we want,
drinking or smoking
oh.
leads to lung cancer and liver cancer. What are
So
you
if we
talking
want to,
about?
oh my gosh. So if we want to bring up the heavy controversial abortion topic without like letting me speak about my own opinion, I do accept it in some cases, sort of such as grape, you know, that's the force of making a woman be pregnant. It's being forced. But I don't, for other cases, like consensually having like sex with your partner and not knowing that you're going to fall pregnant when you're not on birth control or any of these sort of these things. And especially if it's a man who can't provide for the family. And I'm not going to put 100% of that blame on women because there's a lot of deceptive, manipulative men. We can't say this isn't true. But again, when we give them the option, like constantly say that you could always have an abortion, I think that's immoral. I think that's not okay.
Listen, it doesn't matter if the man has the ability to provide for the family or not. That doesn't matter. If they do or don't, doesn't matter. It's not up to the man to get an abortion. It's up to the woman. And what do you mean that you don't believe in it? You started off by saying it. Abortion exists. What do you mean you don't believe in it?
Right. So currently there's 14 billion men in the United States that don't pay their child support.
How much?
I mean, when 14 I mean 14 million. I'm so sorry. I do say billion when I mean million.
Sure, you're good. Okay, that's bad. Like that's a bad thing. Like
Yeah, it's
men should pay
terrible.
child support, but what
And
does that have to do with abortion? I'm just
yeah,
curious.
so I think that we've had it for a while now that women can just go pay $1,400 and get a little pill that erases it. I mean, I don't think that a pill is as consequential as a surgery. However, I do think having this option so freely and open, like you can get it for free at Planned Parenthood, I don't think it's great for men to fall back on. Because I don't think they're
But it's not
correctly
about
using
the. I'm
the
so confused. It's
precautions.
not about the men. Why are you bringing up men? What do you mean men fall back on?
Yes, thank you.
What?
Yes, so when they engage in sexual intimacy, when they engage in sex, I think that's in the background of their brain. Oh, I can convince her to get an abortion, and I don't think that's okay for society. Imagine
Yeah,
you
listen.
think you're.
We shouldn't peer
Can,
pressure
can I
women into getting
continue?
abortions.
Can I continue? So the highest rate of DV happens when a woman announces she is pregnant. And I think that does fall back on men. I do. I think men think in the back of their head, if she won't get an abortion, I'm going to do it for her myself. And I don't think that should be normalized that abortion is okay.
Okay, so because men abuse their pregnant wives or partner, therefore women shouldn't have the right to bodily autonomy, right?
Why should we give them a reason? Why should we
It's
allow
not
them?
about the men. It's about the women. You are literally.
Exactly.
You hear yourself. You're saying because men abuse women, women shouldn't have rights.
No, I'm saying because we're allowing
Literally
abortion. No, then stop having sex with men is my statement. How
Listen,
about that?
people have sex for pleasure.
Be established and make sure you have enough money first.
Listen,
personally,
no.
I
You
think
don't
it's
need to
a
have
joke.
money to have sex.
No.
What are you talking about?
I think
you
it's
don't
a
need
joke
to have
that
money
you
to
say,
have sex.
I
bro.
think
What?
it's a joke that you say women have sex for pleasure because it almost never, based on science, it almost never results in pleasure for a woman.
Sexual intercourse, it doesn't isn't reliant just upon, what's it called? Fuck, I'm forgetting the word. Fucking reproducing. Sorry, I was gonna say recreating.
So-
Reproducing it. It also could involve pleasure. Hello, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
You don't need money to have sex.
I would never sit on a panel and say, you women are murderers. You women need to stop doing this. I would never blame women for the high statistic of ABs in this country. But I do think that the reason that there's so much hookup culture, there's so much resulting in these pregnancies is because we allow it to be a fallback. And I think it's a fallback in men's brains when
That's
they
not true.
Okay, so imagine you think your life is going to be with this man for the rest. You're going to be with him for the rest of your life. You're going to have children. You've just bought a house, and you fall pregnant, and he says you better get an abortion. I don't like.
Yeah,
what
bro.
the fuck is that?
If a
That's
woman
not
wants
American
to get an abortion,
at all.
she should. If she doesn't, she shouldn't. She shouldn't be forced by anyone that she knows to get an abortion or to not get an abortion.
But if you
that's
think-
wrong. I have a question. Do you think abortion is murder?
I mean, I don't think this is relevant because murder can be justified, correct?
No, murder is the unjust termination of human life. Murder cannot be justified. Killing can be
disagree.
justified.
I disagree.
Okay, what's your definition of murder?
No, I don't have it. It's not about my definition of murder. I just think that murder.
So I gave you my definition. Why do you disagree with it?
Because you're saying it can't be justified. I'm saying in some cases it can be
So
justified.
then what's your definition of murder? If you disagree with mine, you have to present your own.
Yeah, the ending of a human life, right?
Okay, so self-defense is murder?
I mean, it would be counted in a legal court as manslaughter, but yes, you could say it's murder. Yes.
So what's the difference between killing and murder? If both end a human life, and that's the definition for both. What's the difference?
I mean, this is subjective and based on people's opinions.
Yeah, I'm asking you for your opinion.
Okay. Well, my opinion, I would go with the legal definition, which would be to intent to harm somebody and kill somebody. Right?
No, I'm saying, what's the difference between killing and murder under your worldview?
I mean, under my own worldview, you'd have to give a pretty good argument why it's justified, because ending a human life is a pretty significant thing to do.
So you're still not answering my question. What is the difference between killing and murder?
Yeah, and again, that's a pretty hefty thing. So I'd have to hear the entire background and why I would say killing instead of murder.
Listen, what's your definition of killing?
There's a reason that a court says manslaughter versus murder.
Okay, what is your definition of killing? Your definition, what is it? Of killing, what is it?
I mean, ending a life. Why?
Well, you said murder is ending a life. So what is the relevant difference in your worldview, not the legal justification? What is your worldview on the difference of killing and murder? If you gave the definition for both, what's the difference?
I mean, one would argue that murder was done with the intention and maybe killing was done without the intention.
You can intend to kill someone and it still would be justified, like self-defense.
Okay, but again,
So
like
there's still not a relevant difference
there's
between killing and
levels to
murder.
it. There's premeditated. There's
Premeditated what?
like murdering somebody. You plan this out. You planned out for this person to die.
Yeah, which would make it unjustified because it's murder.
I don't know. See, every case is different to me.
No, it's not. Murder is
How could you
unjust.
sit there?
Murder is unjust. What are you talking about? This is.
I don't
What are you
know.
talking about?
I would say that murdering the leader of the Taliban is just.
Okay, then
Why
that
is
wouldn't
it
be
not
murder by
just?
definition. That would be killing.
Your definition.
Yeah, and you couldn't give me a definition coherent enough because you disagree with mine. You couldn't give me a coherent definition to counter argue mine.
Well, I don't know. It hasn't been presented in a court in front of me, any specific
Do you
case.
think
Or
all murderers should go to jail?
no, I don't think all murderers should go to jail.
Give me some examples.
Okay. The officer that was told that he murdered George Floyd. I think that George Floyd actually was a convicted felon who was resisting arrest and was on fentanyl overdose.
Hey, you can't say that. But A, he wasn't overdosing on the F drug. He literally wasn't. What are you talking about? You look at any single report, he literally, all of them reference the fact that the officer killed him. What are you talking about? That was murder. You just disagree with it because of your bigotry
I'm
against
assuming you
trans
need to-
women and I guess people of color.
I'm
Damn,
assuming you
4-1.
need a dropper for that. I'm assuming.
One more time?
I'm assuming you need the dropper because he used the.
Yeah, she said the F drug, which I wasn't expecting. I mean, like she'd mentioned George Floyd, but I didn't think she was gonna. I should have
I'm not gonna
told her.
lie. My apologies if I like pivoted that conversation.
No, you're good.
It's just I don't know. Again, from my point of view, abortion is like anyone with a uterus is a right, and it was just the irony. I didn't exactly get to tell her up here, but the irony of it all was like she is petrified of me being in her spaces, while she's actively fine with the actual men, the actual men in power wanting to control her uterus.
Right.
It's just the most wild thing that I've heard. I was trying my best to level with her as much as possible, but clear as day, it was kind of hard to fully wrap around whatever that was.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart Octavia. I still see you're watching. If you want to come back and finish the debate, I want to take it a different route. I'm gonna head to restart. Izzy, I appreciate you coming up here as always. You're always welcome back up. But I'm gonna head to restart since the numbers dropped. I'll be back in 10 seconds. What's up, YouTube? I know John was saying some pretty crazy things over there on YouTube. John on YouTube was saying some pretty crazy things. But I'm not gonna go back and find it. I don't really care enough. Yo, what's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes,
How old are you?
I'm 21.
I already debated you.
What?
I debated you? Did I not?
Never seen you in my life.
Yeah, bro, you're literally gaslighting me.
What?
You're gaslighting me?
Can you prove that I've debated you before?
Sure. Give me 1 second.
I bet.
You can just admit it and not waste my time.
I'm not wasting anyone's time. I've never seen you before.
I promise you, you have. Alright, why do you support Trump in the meantime?
Because he's making the country more economically strong. He's patriot.
Name one macroeconomic variable that's done better today than it was under Biden.
GDP.
GDP grew slower in 2025 in comparison to 2024.
Yeah, but did it go up?
It grew slower.
Yeah, but did it go up?
It also went up under Biden. Your point?
My point is that it went up, and it's also
it went up slower. It would have went up more
going
up
up
under Harris.
I mean, like, also because it's like Trump's a patriot. He actually likes America.
Yeah, define a patriot.
Someone who has pride for their country and their policies that are in their
Yeah, bro,
country.
he doesn't have pride for our country. What are you talking about?
He 100% does. He's a
I
patriot.
promise you, he doesn't.
Can tell me why?
He hates the Constitution. And he hates Americans.
Specifically, what constitution
The American Constitution.
or what part of it? I mean,
The First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, 10th Amendment, 14th Amendment, 22nd Amendment, 23rd Amendment, 25th Amendment, 19th Amendment too. He also hits the first article, the second article, the Elections Clause, the Take Care Clause, the Declare War Clause, the Appropriations Clause, the Taxation Clause.
I'll let you. How about you pick one of those and explain to me why he
The
dislikes
Elections
that?
Clause in 2021, on January 6th, Donald Trump tried to install himself as the next president, even though Joe Biden won, by sending fake electoral slates to 7 of our key swing states and pressuring them into certifying them as real. He also pressured Mike Pence, former Republican vice president, to certify said fake electoral slates, which then he denied to do so. Donald Trump and his attorneys admitted that he did this. They just said that it was via a presidential act that would be a violation of the Elections Clause.
Like insurrection?
The insurrection is separate, right? The insurrection in the attempted coup on our government is the fact that he told his supporters to go march on the Capitol, where then they started assaulting police officers, and he was okay with the violence.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with you, man.
Yeah, bro, why?
Because I don't think that he told anyone to go on January 6th.
Bro, can you respond to like the whole Elections Clause thing? That's what we were talking about? What are we doing?
Sure. I mean, I feel like he won fair and square.
Base, so Donald Trump doesn't like the Constitution?
What?
So Donald Trump doesn't like the Constitution?
Donald Trump loves the Constitution.
How? If he violated everything that I just mentioned.
I mean, you gotta spank your kids sometimes to get the, like, if you love them, you gotta spank them.
Hey, bro,
sometimes.
are you trolling?
No.
Then what? No, don't. That's child abuse is wrong. Hello.
No, you
The
gotta
fuck are
like
you talking
you gotta
about?
discipline them.
No, what the fuck are you talking about? Did you just advocate for child abuse?
It's
The
character
fuck
development.
is wrong with you?
It's character development.
No, you're fucking disgusting, bro. You're genuinely like a disgusting human being. What do you fuck off my live stream? Go fuck yourself. God damn, bro. What's wrong with these people? Advocating for child abuse is fucking crazy. I'm gonna get banned, bro. I don't care. Yeah. I got a violation. TikTok has gotta allow some form of like cursing, bro. They gotta allow some form of cursing, bro. Like, bro, if someone advocates for child abuse, please let me tell them to go. Fuck. I wish I had a better microphone. I could like just pull out my mic whenever I wanna, cuss, quote unquote. Fucking atrocious. I gotta stop. Freaking atrocious. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to have I'd love to have a conversation with you. Yo, are you a Trump supporter?
I just want you to know that I'm not a Trump supporter, and I actually love your videos, and I love your lives, and I always join your lives, and I love you, and you're so entertaining, and you're so smart, and I love you.
Base, you're amazing, Olivia. You are amazing. I wish we could have debates so I could be entertaining. You're amazing. Can we get some W Olivias in the chat? I was gonna abort Olivia, but I did not abort. I gotta remember to like always abort people. Sometimes I forget to ban trolls. But W Olivia in the YouTube and TikTok chat. MAGA is so stupid, so true. Ice hasn't picked up this yet. Yeah, Ice has not picked me up. Like Trump tried to rig the World Cup and failed. I don't think he failed. I think Belgium tried to appeal, but they denied Belgium's appeal. Fan club, so true. I did see a little, bruh. Bruh, I didn't even do anything. I can't read. No, I chose not to say that word. Let's use critical thought. Harassment and bullying? Aye, bruh. 10 minutes? All I said was Trump supporters are dumb. Whatever. That's so bullshit. That's literally so bullshit, bro. Do I restart again? 4-1? Okay, I get it. Trump tried to rig the World Cup and failed. Yes, Belgium is still winning. Yes, that's what you meant. 4-1, by the way. Fucking crazy. We lost 4-1, bro. I have to restart. Aye, bro. Listen, TikTok, I'm a very good person. I'm a very nice person, actually. Quite frankly, I'm the most bestest person you'll ever have on your platform. I will never say a curse word ever again. Am I? No, it says that's not me. Thank you for the go. Whoa, thank you for the go popular. You're amazing. How's it going over on YouTube? Let's see what the YouTube comment section is talking about. Where are you from, SA? Your mom's. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hit that notification all so you get notified every single time I go live and post a video. When was the last time I posted a YouTube video? A day ago. Fuck, I gotta post a video. Damn it. I have to edit the video I posted yesterday and then post another one and edit that one. Fuck.
How you been?
Yo, are you a Trump supporter?
Well, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Are you a Trump supporter?
Honestly, I just want to check in and say hi. Okay, it's been a while.
Oh, I remember you. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I appreciate you coming up here.
Not much, I just wanted to check in and say hi.
Based? What's up? The only reason, the only reason one would think Trump lied is if he didn't have enough time to reserve. What are you yapping about? Literally anything to quote unquote stop voting Dems. So true, so based. Like reverse the amazing policies in reference to taxation. What are we talking about? If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. I'd love to have a conversation with you. I'd love to have a debate with you. I'd love to have a conversation. Imagine, I can't see it. I can't. Imagine sitting here and doing all this, doing this all day and getting no clout whatsoever. I just started the stream after like 2 violations, by the way, buddy. Pop up in the box. That's so true. So true. You gotta pop up in the box. Have all your fans come to me. Oh wait, how many do you have? 34. I don't think your fans are coming over to my live stream if you come up here. Probably spreading false information. No, I got banned for harassment and bullying. Fun fact. I'm not trying. You are. I'm not trying to get clout. I don't want to. I don't want clout. Fuck no. I just want debates. Bro, getting up to like 100,000 followers is terrifying. Like I'd be comfortable 10,000, but then I would love like I see creators once they hit 10,000 followers, they have like a couple hundred people in the live stream. That's fucking terrifying. I've only had that like a couple hundred. I've had like 200, 100. Like it goes up to like 100 pretty much every single live stream. But the congruently 400 live viewers was when I was debating Millie, and I didn't even notice. Which, by the way, she was light work. Listen, the opposite of smart. That's all I'm gonna say. So I don't get banned for harassment and bullying. She wasn't the brightest in the bunch. But all of her fans were like in my comment section, like all 400 of them, and then they like continued coming up on my live and tried to like whatever. Bro wants to be Dean Withers so bad. Who's Dean Withers? I don't know who that is. No, I'm not talking, but I'll explain it to you. Well, I'm not gonna read your comment. Am I LGBTQ Jeremiah's? No, I'm not part of the LGBTQ community. I'm not cool enough. Immigration? What about immigration, Jacob? I feel like the reason why I'm not getting pushed is because it's 7:30 p.m. 7:20 p.m. I don't get pushed past 7. So, I get pushed in at noon. Oh my god, I get so good push. In the evening, around 5 to 7, I get good push. And then anywhere from like 7 to 10, I don't get push. I don't know. I don't know why. And then anywhere from like 10 to midnight, I get push. Like 10 to like 2 a.m., I get push. But my like typical timing is either A, I go live on noon. I always tell myself I'm gonna wake up early at like 8 a.m. and I never do. So I go live at noon, noon to like 2 or something, or like 11 to 2. And then I go live at like the evening, like 5 to 7. I would be off by now, but I'm gonna try to get debates. Or at least one more debate in. We'll see. We'll see if people are scared. We lost? I know. I think he's just obsessed with Trump. Made a whole platform just to talk about him. Hey, listen, man, you click on my platform. The last 2 videos, Mitch McConnell, and the other one is about a Democrat, Graham Plattner. The other one is about Trump. Yo, this one was funny. This is Trump watching Fox News watch himself. Like, I don't know if you guys saw this photo, but this is a real photo. Hold on, I gotta like do it. Like, do I have it on here? Hold on. So basically, it's this. This is like on Fox News, and this is Donald Trump watching himself. He's right there. The TV inside is right there, and that's him. Yep, that's him. And he's just watching himself, watching himself, watching himself. You guys get the point. No, that's my thumbnail. That's my YouTube thumbnail. We're not on YouTube. We are on TikTok. That's where we are. Wow, cool story, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. You are like one of my best fans. You're an amazing fan. I appreciate you for being here. They're informing people about the tyrant. True, 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 true. And the other videos are my live debates. Oh, and about the white nationalists. And then you have Joe Biden. Joe Biden again. My debates, yes, they are about Trump, but I post about a lot of different things. World news, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, Iran, elections, shit like that. Like major news, I post about that. Which Trump is mainly the major news. He's always doing crazy shit. He's getting the illegals out of here. Not good. This kid is a DUMBASS. Move on, folks. Says Texas-Tony254. Jason Walker-N6W says Tony Yep. Based? Oh, JCA247 says, I love you, homie. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Love you too. Brother, man, did you put in your application? Did you hear back from the others you put in? No, I didn't hear back. I put in like 67 job applications, unfortunately, and then I got nightmares because I, applied for a job, but no, I didn't hear back from any 67 of them. Hey, bro, what the fuck are we doing?
Yo, what up, host?
Yo, do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why?
Why do I support Trump? There's multiple reasons why I support Trump. I can tell you a couple reasons.
Sure.
Oh, what do you want to? How many reasons you want to hear?
Yeah, bro, give me your best reason.
My best reason that I support Trump is because he dropped inflation prices by a lot. That's why.
Inflation prices? What?
I mean inflation, yeah, and grocery prices.
Yeah,
and
bro.
actually, gas is cheaper under Trump.
You're trolling.
No, I'm being so for real. How much is gas by you?
Hi, bro. Gas is like $4 by me.
Dude, mine's like $2.87.
True.
That is true.
What state are you from?
Michigan.
Michigan?
$2.87. Search it up.
I promise you that's not true.
Buddy, it's true. On God,
the average in Michigan is $3.94.
Yeah, that's the average,
fucking
buddy.
Kidding me? The average in Michigan is $4.
That's that. You just said.
Yeah. Okay, what city are you in?
What city am I in?
Yeah.
I'm in Detroit.
You're in Detroit?
Yeah.
$4 is the average in Detroit. What the fuck are you talking
up
about?
that fast? Come on.
All I had to do was scroll.
Well, I go to Costco, so I got cheaper gas.
I promise you, even if it's Costco, it's not going to be $2 cheaper. I pinky promise you.
What are you, Mr. Know-It-All?
Yes, because I have it all on my screen. So
okay, I want to ask you something. Why do you support
how about
Kamala?
I address the point you said? The point you said, inflation, it went to 4.2 and it was on a downward trend. Under Biden, it was on a downward trend, and because of the Iran war and tariffs, it went up to 4.2.
That's not Trump's fault. That's the economy's fault.
Food from home. It's Iran. It's the war in Iran's fault. Who started that? Trump. It's also food from home is up, and food away from home is also up, according to the BLS. So you said groceries are cheaper? Wrong. They're actually higher.
By me, buddy.
Again, you lied about gas prices. You're lying about food prices.
If you're complaining about groceries so much, then you should go request food stamps from the government.
Yeah, bro.
It seems like you can't afford to live in that economy.
Yeah, bro. People who need food stamps should have easy access to food stamps. Absolutely. Thank you for being a progressive.
Okay, can I ask why you support Kamala?
That's so irrelevant. I don't support her anymore. What is she running for?
Oh, so who do you support?
I don't support anyone because the presidential nominee that I wanted to win.
Oh, you support Epstein. That's why you have Epstein on the left and Trump on the right. Oh, why do you support Epstein?
Yeah, bro, that's actually Trump. Are you
talking
trolling
about
me or
that?
what? What are you doing?
That's the most AI picture I've ever seen in my life. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, bro,
you really believe that?
Trolling? Yo, are you trolling?
No, I'm not trolling. I'm being so for real. That picture is AI.
Why do you support Trump?
I just told you why.
Because he supports Epstein?
Cheaper gas prices. He was more qualified than Kamala.
Cheaper.
He's a man. I would never trust a woman to be in office. Not gonna lie.
Why are men better at leading than women?
Because men are men. What are you talking about?
Men are men.
Hey, name three things that
if I
women
tell you
invented.
if I tell you cookies are so good and better than chocolate chip cookies are better than peanut butter cookies, and you ask me why are chocolate chip cookies better than peanut butter cookies, and I say the reason why chocolate chip cookies are better than peanut butter cookies is because they're chocolate chip cookies. Is that an answer to the question?
Yeah, that is.
You're
I
fucking
would say so.
stupid. Shit.
I'm
You're
stupid.
DUMB. Yes.
I'm UMB. Okay,
Yes.
so
You probably
I got a
don't even know
question
what
for
that
you.
spells.
I got a question for you.
No.
Would you trust a person that's a billionaire or a girl that worked at McDonald's for half of her life?
I would trust
Exactly,
the girl that
buddy.
worked at
See, I got you
McDonald's
there in
for
the loop.
half life.
You see,
No
now you're
billionaire is
roasted. You're
ethical,
literally.
especially Donald Trump.
He's a billionaire. He has multiple businesses actually, and yeah.
Multiple bankruptcies. What's your point?
Yeah, well, you're not gonna succeed at every business, are you now,
Can
buddy?
you name me one other billionaire, successful billionaire that has 6 failed bankruptcies? Go ahead.
Buddy, in a business, you're meant to fail. You're meant to fail.
An answer would be great.
You see, I think you're
An answer
mad
would be
that
great.
Kamala lost. Not gonna lie.
I think you should be mad too, because now
I think
you're
you're
in a
mad
worse
that
position.
Trump's a billionaire and you're not.
I am mad Trump's a billionaire. I don't want billionaires in my society.
You
Billionaires
don't want
are
billionaires in
unethical.
your society. So just because you didn't work hard enough to become a billionaire, you don't want billionaires in your
Do you
society.
think Elon Musk works harder than a teacher?
Do I think Elon Musk works harder than a teacher? Well, what is that? What argument are you gonna put if I say yes or no? What kind of argument are you gonna bring up?
So yes or
This
no. An
sounds
answer would be great.
stupid. Okay, I got a question for you.
An answer would be great.
I got a question for
An
you.
answer would be great.
Is it hard?
An
that
answer
teachers
would be
work?
great. Yo.
Yeah, I'm answering you, buddy.
That's
I'm
great.
answering you.
Don't answer a question with a question. Answer my question. It's the yes or no.
Teachers work 5 days a week and they only work
That's
half the
great.
year.
Is Elon Musk a
is
harder
working
worker
every
than a
day.
teacher? Yes or no?
Can you create a car that just runs
is
on battery?
Great.
I don't think so, buddy.
Can you tell me an answer? Yes or no?
I just told you.
Your answer is Elon Musk does work harder than a teacher or does not.
I just told you he does. I just told you that.
You're delusional.
Okay. I'm delusional?
Yes.
Wait, so I got a
promise
question
you.
for you. I got a question for you. Listen. Can you build a car that runs just on battery? Exactly, buddy.
What?
Can you build a rocket ship that goes to space, buddy? I don't think so, because you're not intelligent for it.
Can
you know
I
why?
do it? No.
You're sitting at home debating with people that don't really
Not
want
a
to debate
teacher
with you,
either.
and they're just
I mean, I'm
rage baiting
teaching
you,
you
and you're
shit right
falling
now,
for
yeah.
it. All right, you're falling for the rage bait. I mean, this has been rage bait, dude. I mean, if you have this much free time to get rage baited by somebody that doesn't care about your argument, it's kind of crazy. You must be really like.
You don't care about my
bored.
argument because you support a rapist. You're pro-rape.
You just said the no word. You just said I support a RAPISTERE. All right.
What?
What?
Spell it again?
Yo, okay, I got a question for you. Who do you support? Who do you think was the best president
I
of all
support
time?
you getting aborted. Get aborted. Go ahead. Moving on to the next guest. Bro hates this country. So true. That's gonna be taken out of context. Fuck. He made you mad? So true. I'm so mad. MAGA Proud says you got roasted. I'm gonna send you an invite and you tell me what I got roasted on. If you're not terrified, that is. I guess you're terrified, MAGA Proud. Bro ignored my comment. Yeah, I probably did. What was it? I don't see what you commented, buddy. You're gonna need to comment again. Why do you all still support any of these PDF in the first place? Democrats aren't pedophiles? What are you talking about? Won't acknowledge that gas was at an all-time in Detroit 531 under Biden? Yeah, bro. Gas national average was $5.01 under Biden. I never argued against that. What are we talking about? I never argued against that. But it wasn't because of Biden. Biden didn't start the Russia-Ukraine war. Donald Jimothy Trump, on the other hand, the worst president of our lifetimes, did start the Iran war. That's the difference. Good try, though. Good try. He's starting wars. It's not a war, it's a conflict. I'm gonna say I can't send OG an invite. You guys are the ones who cried when Donald Trump lost in 2020. I admit he won in 2024. He's been at it for over 2 months. LOL, it's a waste of time and he's a grifter. Who, me? I'm public and proud about being a grifter. What are you talking about? He didn't lose. He was cheated. He lost in 2020. Be mad. Bro, there's so many Trump supporters in the comment section just yapping. Isn't Trump a rapist? He is. And he's our president, not mine. Prove it? A civil court proved it. The host loves Trump, guys. So true. So why do we need a rapist as president? We don't. That's why I voted against him, and that's why I'm doing what I do. Biden was touching. That's not true, man. I'm gonna get banned for misinformation if I say that, because that's not true. Yo, hello. Donald Trump Jr. left. Man, I was about to debate Donald Trump's son. We don't want one as president. Some people do want a rapist as president. For example, type a 1 in the chat if you support Trump. Real quick. I want to do a poll. If you're ever on YouTube or TikTok, type a 1 in the chat if you support Trump. Type a 1 in the chat if you support Donald J. Trump as president. Type a 1 in the chat if you support Donald J. Trump as president. See, Jack, 1. Jack typed a 1. He wants a rapist as president. Is this Mom Donnie's kid? I wish. OG wants a rapist as president as well. See? All these people that spammed on. AOC versus JD Vance. I don't even think JD Vance is gonna run. Who's Graham Plattner? Democratic nominee for Senate in Maine. Bro, I wish I was in New York City. If I was Mom Donnie's kid, I would be in New York City, bro. So I wish. That's not an insult. You want Graham Plattner in office? Yeah, Cap. If you literally use critical thought, you go back in the YouTube stream, in the very, very beginning of the YouTube stream, I say Graham Plattner should drop out of the race. Mitch McConnell, dead? Has it been confirmed? I don't think it has. I don't think it's been confirmed. I think they're just watching back my live stream. Let's find out. Yeah, it hasn't been confirmed. Moving on to the next guest. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. Yo. Didn't mean to do that. There's 67 people in here. There are friendlies in here. For the next 45 seconds, I want everyone on YouTube, double tap that phone screen as much as you can. Double tap. All you gotta do is like that. Do it for 45 seconds, and then we'll get started with the debates. Also, if you click on the share button, you click on the repost button. Once you click on the share button, that pushes it out more. We also have a gift goal if you haven't sent a heart, me, or roses that also pushes it out more. That is the best way to continue doing these live debates. And if you want to support me, did I say YouTube? I said TikTok. If you want to support me monetarily, not obligated, but everything's appreciated, over on YouTube, you click on the link tree in the description of the YouTube live stream. You can find my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and over here on TikTok, you can find the link tree in the bio, as well as the Buy Me a Coffee link in both the link trees. You can send a message out to the chat, and I can read it out to the chat, and or myself, and or the guest. I said YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. I've been live on YouTube. I think they're all just scared. I'll give it 20 more minutes. I still have a decent amount of people in here. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, any questions for the community that you'd like me to answer, any concerns about the community that you want me to answer, drop them down below in the comments section. In the meantime, while we wait for some Trump supporters. Again, any questions, comments, concerns about really anything, or about the community, let me know in the comment section. Yo, Loud Esport Trump.
Yes, sir.
Hi, bro. Why?
Because without Trump, none of this would be happening.
Yeah, bro. War shouldn't be happening. I'll give you a backup since you don't sound the smartest. Let's let up Steven up here. Yo, Steven, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
I take it away, you two. Why do you guys support Trump?
Well, he's a man who's proven he gets things done. He says what he's going to do, and he does it.
Ending wars, getting rid of the warmongers, ending inflation, ending the Russia-Ukraine war, reducing prices so fast it would make our head spin, releasing the Epstein files. That's a big one.
Well, ending wars. Putin is very complicated to deal with. Unless you got the Harry Potter wand, you're going to have a hard time. Putin's a scum. So he's just an animal. And Trump is not a big fan of him either.
Then why did he end Ukraine funding and then reinstate it after he was proven wrong? He proved the liberals right by putting the funding back on Ukraine. He put the red carpet out for Putin. When did Biden or Harris ever roll out the red carpet for Putin?
Biden and Harris have no strength, and everybody knew that. That was their weakness.
We lost a war with Iran. If that isn't weakness, I don't know what is.
We lost the war with Iran. How did we lose the war with Iran? Iran's crippled. What are you talking about?
We got no political concessions from Iran. The regime is still in power.
Their legs are broken. Their arms are broken.
Yeah, bro.
They're drinking from a straw right now in the ER.
It's something called like healing, right? You put a cast on and you let it heal. You let the broken bones heal.
You know,
that's basically
just because he didn't annihilate everybody in the country doesn't mean we didn't win.
Name one political concession that Iran gave us, or name one military objective.
They don't have to give us anything. We took it.
Okay, so what military objective did we achieve?
We're in charge. They know not to fuck.
The Strait of Hormuz was open prior to the war, so that's not a military objective that we met because it was open prior to the war.
Yeah, but we're in charge of it now.
No, we're not. Iran could still reinstate tolls. Iran could reinstate tolls in 60 days. According to the deal that Trump put in place, Iran could reinstate deals.
All the people like Russia and Saudi Arabia who says they were going to back up Iran, they did nothing. They sat there and looked.
Russia never said that they were going to militarily help Iran or back Iran.
Yes, they were going to do it.
No,
but everybody sat with their mouth open, just like they did.
No one thought Russia was going to send troops to Iran. That's absurd.
And nobody did nothing. Trump stepped all over them. Come on. Trump's a boss.
Trump is not a boss.
He's ruthless.
No.
He's a boss. He's ruthless.
Yeah, bro. He threatens genocide. I agree. That's not good.
It is good. Come on. If you're running an army and you have no commander, if you're running an army and you have nobody in charge, we had Sleepy Joe Biden. Joe Biden
I'd rather
was.
be able to sleep at night than not be able to sleep at night. Listen, guys, do you
Yeah.
agree that threatening genocide is good? The other one, do you agree genociding is good?
Yes.
I mean, just look at what Israel's doing, right?
Yeah, genocide, not good.
I'm live on
Just look what Israel's doing. People that are in charge right now, they're all these people from Israel.
But he said threatening genocide is good. Do you agree with that statement?
Of course.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah. How do you feel about Trump being a rapist?
I don't think he is a rapist.
He was held liable of the forceful penetration of a woman's vagina with his fingers. Without
Yeah,
her
by a
consent.
corrupt. Do you believe people are corrupt?
I believe some people are corrupt, like Donald J.
All
Trump.
right.
Yes.
Well, the judicial system was corrupt.
How?
You know, he was indicted while Biden was in office on multiple states, almost systematically, one after the other. While other
maybe because
people
he
go
committed those
ahead.
crimes. Maybe.
What crimes? They had a
34
woman.
felonies, the rape.
An old lady working in a department store waited till he made it
wasn't
to the
working
White
there.
House. She waited till he got to the White House to tell her bullshit story.
No, she had already been at the White House. He was already in the White House. And she didn't even name Trump by name in the book.
30
She literally
years
just told
later,
her-
she mentions it.
Yeah, but why don't you believe her?
Because she waited 30 years to tell the story.
Most victims don't even come out, so under your worldview, they're not victims.
That's usually a kid. That's not an adult woman.
But the point is, hold on, most adult women don't even come out, or if they do, they take decades to come out.
Yeah,
That's
decades
true.
come out.
Therefore,
Listen,
you
don't
don't think they're
believe
victims.
if you were accused of a heinous crime, wouldn't you want a fair process?
Yeah, I think
If I
Donald Trump's process
accuse
was
you
more than fair.
30
I think
years
Donald
from
Trump's process
now,
was more than fair because there was a MAGA Republican on the jury who held Donald Trump liable for rape. There was someone on the jury that E. Jean Carroll's attorneys tried to get out by saying he was pro MAGA and pro
I could
Trump.
see.
And Donald Trump's own attorneys argued, no, that's not a reason to
Listen.
get them out. So a pro MAGA, pro Trump Republican literally said Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll. If that isn't fair, I don't know what is.
If you're talking about a child, and we could say, you know what, it's 30 years ago, they were underage, we give them the play. Yeah, absolutely
What's the
right.
difference between a child and a
This
woman?
was a big difference. This
What's
was
the
a
difference
grown
between a girl and a
adult.
What's the difference? It's still rape.
Yeah, but it becomes believable and unbelievable based
Okay,
upon.
do you believe the credible accusations
I don't believe her at all.
Do you believe the credible accusations?
Did you watch?
Hold on.
She went ahead. I saw an interview where she was laughing and giggling. Says, "I'm going to get all his money and I'm going to buy all buildings."
Base? Yeah. Do you believe the victims of Jeffrey Epstein that said Jeffrey Epstein trafficked them that also got settlements with the Jeffrey Epstein estate?
Do I believe them? I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was a bad person.
That's not the question I asked. Do you believe the victims of Jeffrey Epstein that got settlements with the Jeffrey Epstein estate that said Jeffrey Epstein trafficked them? Yes or no?
I believe that Jeffrey Epstein was up to no good, and the victims are probably telling the truth.
Okay, so you do believe the victims that got settlements with the Jeffrey Epstein
I wouldn't
estate?
say word by word, but there is people go ahead and try to annihilate, and they do in the poor countries especially. They try to annihilate their political opponents, and we never used to do this.
What does that have to do with the question I asked you though? So do you not believe them,
because
or do you
that's
believe
where you're
them?
going. That's where you're heading.
That's not where I'm heading. I'm just asking you a question. Do you believe the victims of Jeffrey Epstein that got settlements with the Epstein estate that accused Jeffrey Epstein of trafficking? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, guessed. Yes or no? The other one?
No, I don't.
You don't believe
it's
that?
all a scam. It's all
Hold on.
scam because if it was real, Biden would have released all of it.
Okay, do you think Jeffrey Epstein was a child trafficker?
Trump has nothing to do with it.
That's not the question I asked you. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein was a child trafficker? Yes or no?
It's a irrelevant question.
You literally said you don't believe the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. I'm asking you at all. Do you believe that Jeffrey Epstein was a bad person? Yes or no?
The prompt is asking.
Okay, was Jeffrey Epstein a bad person? Yes or no?
I have no idea about Jeffrey Epstein.
Was he a bad person?
I'm not gonna mention anything about Jeffrey Epstein.
Hey, Steven, that's MAGA for you. They won't even say Jeffrey Epstein is a bad person. I know, Steven, I know you can say Jeffrey Epstein is a bad person. Steven, you already
Well,
said that.
based upon the information that I hear about Jeffrey Epstein, he
Yeah,
appears to be
I agree.
a very
He's a convicted child sex trafficker. Me on the left and you on the right can agree
and
that
a
he's a bad
master
person.
manipulator where he got all these high-profile people manipulated. I'm
But the
sure
point is,
that
the guest literally
if they
said he
would have
doesn't think
known
Jeffrey
what a
Epstein was a
creep
bad
he
person.
was, I'm sure if they would have known what a solid creep he was, most of them would not be bothered with him,
Listen,
including Bill Gates.
The only point is the fact that the last guy said he doesn't think Jeffrey Epstein is a bad person. And you said you believe that Jeffrey Epstein victims like our settlements with the Epstein estate that alleged Jeffrey Epstein.
Listen, a settlement's a whole other story. I just want to say something. Now, a settlement is just an amount to make something go away. It's not an admission of guilt.
I know, I'm aware of that, but you said you believe the victims of Jeffrey Epstein that did get settlements that alleged Jeffrey Epstein.
Settlement has nothing to do with it. If you're a billionaire and somebody says you did something improper, it's very common for somebody to give you a settlement to get you to go away.
Okay, so do you believe
and
the
have
victim
you
of
sign a
Jeffrey?
release?
Listen,
And that
I have
doesn't
a
mean
question.
you did anything wrong.
I have a question. Do you believe the victim of Jeffrey Epstein that alleged Jeffrey Epstein trafficked her to Donald Trump? Yes or no?
I don't believe Donald Trump was anywhere involved with any improprieties with Jeffrey Epstein, because if it
So you
was,
don't believe the victim of Jeffrey Epstein that alleged?
I don't believe anybody. And I'll tell you why, because if there was any legitimacy, it would have been exposed.
It
They've
did,
been hunting.
and you still support him. It's in the files. There's literally a victim that alleged that
And
she got
listen,
trafficked by Jeffrey
alleged,
Epstein to Trump.
alleged.
Yeah, and
It
you
doesn't
said you
mean
believe the victims
anything.
of Jeffrey Epstein.
And Biden's son took millions of dollars from the Chinese.
No, that's not true. That wasn't proven in the laptop. The only thing that was proven in the laptop was the fact that he did drugs. Drugs. Nothing else was proven.
Oh, we know he was a drug dealer. Just looking at him, you can tell.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and guess what? Now it's legal per the Supreme Court. So I don't even think
No,
that
that's
what he did was
marijuana.
bad.
He was
No,
doing
you
more
can't
than
say
smoking
that.
pot.
You can't say
He had
that on my
coke in the
show,
White
Steven.
House.
Steven, you said 3. I said you couldn't say that, Steven. God, these people are absurd. Why don't they believe victims?
I love you.
I appreciate you. You're amazing. Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted. That was a child. Listen. If you're a child, please tune out whenever we're talking about these gruesome things. It's disgusting. Bro kicked him off when he slipped up. I kicked him off because he said drugs. Name? How's it going? Do you support Trump?
I'm Democrat. I want to challenge that guest that was up on the panel.
He said a drug. I couldn't. He said the name of a drug. I couldn't keep him up.
Yeah.
But is there anything you wanted to say?
Well, MAGA is really screwed up. I hope you're happy that we're paying more gas, more food prices, everything going up. I really hope that you're happy, because if you get put on the street because you can't afford anything anymore, I'm not going to feel one bit sorry for the MAGA.
And anything else you wanted to say?
No, but thank you for having me up. I appreciate
coming
it.
up here. Appreciate coming up here. I would disagree. I mean, I don't think anyone, doesn't matter your political views, should be. I think there is a homelessness issue, and I don't think left or right. I think people should have housing. But I do agree with the sentiment that they voted for this. They voted for the war. They voted for violations of human rights and constitutional rights. It's kind of sad. Some people are genuinely just brainwashed. They grew up in it. They grew up conservative Christians. And they grew up being told being transgender is wrong. Being gay is wrong. Being a liberal is wrong. Being a feminine man is wrong. And then they see like someone like Donald Trump, or like saying that women are like, you're superior to women, blah, blah, blah. Women should stay home. And then it's like the 2024 election. They turned 18. And it's Harris versus Trump, a woman who they think they're more superior. And then it's a man who also thinks being transgender is wrong, who also thinks being gay is wrong, and that's where the brainwashing comes in, and they vote for Trump, not knowing that like the rhetoric harms possibly even them. Rhetoric harms millions of people, kills people. Policies of Trump's kill people, and it's sad. You know, and we try to talk to those younger folk as well as the older folk, but the older folk, it's harder to change their minds, like Steven there. It's just you have to talk to them a couple times, and a couple months later they'll come up and hey, I changed my mind. It's always good to see it though. I was on for 2 hours. My head doesn't really hurt as much anymore. I appreciate you guys for being here. YouTube, I'm gonna end the stream. You guys take care. Have a good one.